Okay. Hey guys, I apologize for stepping off. I thought I ran into a friend of mine, and he looked just like him. I thought he was a brother, and he wasn't. Okay, which is cool. But you never know. When you open your mouth, you never know where people are at. Where they are until you open your mouth. So that's why they call me sometimes the millionaire mouth. I love to talk to people. I love people enough to talk to them. I love enough people enough to be upfront and personal. I'm 60 years old. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm good. I don't have to kiss nobody's toes or worship their feet to get anywhere, because I already been there. I've done my thing. I've done my 22 years. I've done this, and I've done the Air Force. I've done civil service. I've done the VA, and I've done the Federal Bureau of Prison. Yes, I was a federal officer. I wasn't an agent, but I was a federal officer. So that's my experience there. Plus, I've been there, done that, done ministry, hung around with great people, been an entrepreneur. And that's why I have such a different way of thinking, because I've been most of this country. I hadn't been to Alaska, I hadn't been to Montana, and I hadn't gone to North or South Dakota. But I've been to the Southwest, and I've been to most of the East Coast and the Midwest, upper Midwest. So I have the opportunity to meet a broad range of people. And all people are great. Let me tell you something. When you open your mouth and have a conversation in a friendly way, you'll be surprised what kind of relationship you can build. But if you don't say anything to anybody, especially a few folks that I know, and I noticed this. When I go places, yes, you're going to see me talk to people. Why? Because I'm building friendship and relationships. Because you never know. Somebody have some assets, have assets that I can use, and I have assets that they can use. What I find a problem in the so-called black community, and I want to put it out there since I'm talking about it now, we don't want to talk to nobody that don't look like us. You don't want to talk to Latinos. You don't want to talk to no Asians. You don't want to talk to no Indians. You don't want to talk to even the Native Americans. You don't want to talk to even each other. And it's sad. But you sit there and watch the propaganda ministry of CNN, ABC, CNBC, MSNBC, especially MSNBC. That woman have no commonality with you. She's a multi-millionaire because of her job, okay? She went to one of the all-white school, not historically black college. Let me tell you something. I graduated from a historically black college, and very proud of that. And been to other colleges too, including Cornell University and Liberty University. So there it is. I may take a class at MIT just for fun. But I'm here to tell you guys, we're not talking to each other. We're talking at, but we're not talking to. We're not sharing. We're keeping things a secret. How I know? I had a story and nobody would tell nobody about it. And that's a shame. We are, you want to know who the biggest Jim Crow? Look in the mirror. You want to see Jim Crow? It's not Caucasians. It's not my German history. It's not my Native American ancestry. It's you. And I'm here to tell you, unless it's stopped, you'll never get anywhere. Unless it's stopped. This black on black crime stuff is going to continue on until you get a renewal of your mind. Until you change the way you think right now. Unless you change the way you think right now, it's your problems, your community's problems, so-called community problems, will grow, will get worse. And you wonder, and all you can do is make excuses instead of making a difference. White man this, white man did. Well, this is the United States of America. Ain't nobody holding you back, except for you. I took on just about every opportunity humanly possible. And when I turn 68, I'm going to take some more opportunities. That's when I'll be fully invested. But I'm here to tell you, you need to get off the soapbox, get off the buy and buy, get off the liquor store, and get off of this liquor store called CNN, NBC, MSNBC, and all those news networks. They making mint off of you because of the billionaire who owns the company getting commercial time are paid, telling their folks to manipulate and deceive you. And you may not trust what I'm saying, but one day you will. And if you don't, your children will, because they're going to be the ones affected. You got folks who don't even speak the same language, don't have the same heritage, coming to this country illegally. And guess what? They can care less about you and your hood. All they want to do is get theirs. And if they have to kill you to do it, well, guess what? They're doing it. They don't care. Look, go to the FBI website. Go to FBI. Oh, speaking of FBI, talking about taking AR-15s off, automatic rifles or assault weapons. You know, if you go onto the FBI website, you will see what is the largest murdering weapon of that murder more people. You wouldn't believe if I told you. AR-15 shotguns are way in the bottom. The pistols are number one, along with knives. Knives are growing. You go to Britain, they're having a real knife problem. But people kill, not weapons. Not these things. They don't kill. People kill. People squeeze the mechanical machine, and whether it shoots 20 rounds a minute, or 5 rounds per minute, or 1 round per minute, it don't matter. It's the bullet is moving at a velocity of speed, downrange, to a target they don't even know where it's going through. A round does not discriminate, ladies and gentlemen. I know weaponry. They do not care. All it knows, it has an explosion in the chamber. It moves through the barrel, spinning at a velocity, moving at Mach 5 or Mach 20 at a speed of light, heading your way. So please, if Uncle Congressman or Uncle Aunt Congressman or candidate want your vote, most of your shooting is from pistols, you need to tell them, get these pistols off the street or get these criminals off the street and you'll have no problem. People need weapons to protect themselves anyway. Now, I don't carry one, but don't try me. Because people want a Second Amendment right. Now, you can debate that all day long. I will debate with you with gladness. I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. A lot of you don't believe in the Second Amendment, but you got a trunk full of pistols, rifles somewhere in your house. And trust me, you do. Some of you do. I'm not saying all of you. But it's sad. It's sad. Back on my topic, where you watch your favorite person who use race and race politics to get your vote without telling you what they really stand for. It's a sad state of affairs. You better watch them. And you better watch out, because once they get elected, it's your fault. It's your fault. Take some responsibility for a change. You know, nobody wants to take responsibility. I take responsibility as an officer and NCO in the military all day long. I make mistake and I own up to it. I make a mistake with my wife, I apologize for it. I realize, okay, I made a mistake. I made a poor judgment. But not this one. I'm not backing off this one. Because the people who wants to get rid of your Christianity, who wants to keep you out of your church during COVID, are the ones you bowing down for right now. And they are. You're not paying attention because you're distracted. You're watching your TV shows, which is manipulating you. That's PSYOP. You're watching the news. That's PSYOP too. I want you to look up the word PSYOP. It starts with a P, huh? And it starts with a P, end with a P. Think about the word psychology. Psychi, psy. You're being played. Y'all all being played. I was played. Until I woke up in the Matrix and took the blue pill, took the other pill instead. But many of you guys, I love you so much, I'm telling you like it is. You may never speak to me again. I'm fine with that. Let's continue life as usual. Doesn't bother me none. Doesn't affect my bottom line, and definitely don't affect my net worth. But I'm here to tell you guys, if you don't, you're going to wish you could have, should have. Brother Arnold, I should have listened to you. I'm chilling. You don't have to. Why suffer when you don't have to? Why beg for bread and bones and chicken bones when you don't have to. And guys, if you're able to work, if you're able to go to school and read a book, then you're able to go out there and do great things. And that's for real. I want to empower you to go out there. You're talking about a guy with a bunch of degrees, a bunch of certifications, and guys, I'm happy. I got plans. Do you have a plan in your life? God's got a plan for you in righteousness through his word. But if you don't study to show thyself approved, and you follow, you spend too much time watching. I don't hardly watch television no more. I got a TV set in every room in my house, and I don't hardly use them. Isn't that funny? And you know, think of the days, back in the days, we only had one television set, and I'm like, when I get in my house, I'm gonna have me a TV in every room, like a computer. And here we are. But I'm here to tell you guys, I watch stuff with purpose. I watch stuff that educates. I watch documentaries. I read books to confirm it. I do my homework. So you should try to do the same thing. Instead of watching soap operas, do not watch game shows. Don't waste your time with it. Don't watch shows that doesn't put food on, that help you getting skills to put food on the table. Okay? Do not watch shows that give you faith and hope. You know, there's a lot of great Christian movies out there, and nobody knows about them. Nobody want to watch them. Everybody want to watch kill, death, murder, sex. Kill, death, murder, sex. That's the only thing y'all watching. Y'all watching blasphemy. You're watching stuff that's against the Lord, that cause you to sin. The moment you're watching it, and the moment you feed it to, like Tyler Perry's music shows, you sin. Sin of homosexuality, the sin of drunkenness. I'm talking about alcoholic drunkenness, not just drinking. I'm talking about being a drunken fool. I'm talking about those who go out there and have sex with my mama, daddy, baby daddy, sister daddy, hoodoo daddy, whatever. This needs to stop. You talking about being black pride and black community? I'm black and I'm black. Why don't you go ask Kamala Harris, what can we do to solve our problem, this problem in our communities about unmarried babies out of wedlock? You know what she probably say? Well, I'm a firm believer in women's health care, so let's go ahead and abort all of them. That's murder, guys. That's a murder. You know, there's more murdering of children through abortion is more important than worshiping God, more important than economic prosperity, more important than a sound education, more important than being a good citizen. I've seen politicians from this area that put more emphasis, especially in Georgia, about murder. But if you punch a woman that's pregnant and kill her and her baby, you go to prison, right? So why shouldn't a doctor who perform abortion not go to prison? Why should the nurse who's involved should not go to prison? They should go to prison too. I don't care if they go to FCC. I don't care if they go to state prison. And the stuff that happened, and y'all so fired up about Orange Head and don't even know the man. You think you know him, but you don't. Trust me, you don't. You don't even know Kamala Harris. She's black. No, she's Indian. And what's the other one? What's the other one? Jamaican. Jamaican. Not black Jamaican. The other one. Y'all better do some history, detail analysis on people before you vote for them. Because I can offer you a bone. I can offer you some chicken. I can even offer you some catfish if you vote for me. And by the time after you vote for me, you'll never hear from me. Hold on to that for a moment. Think about that. The only one that you should bow down and looking towards your hope for is to vote Jesus Christ and him crucified. So everything that Jesus stands for, if there's a policy that Jesus stands for, okay, we want to make sure people get married. We want to make sure that their abortion comes to an end. All right? You think Jesus loved a child, see value in children? He said he knew you in your mother's womb. That's what the Bible said. Somebody help me out there. If you listen in. But we need to stop this satanic stuff. Offering children for abortion to the son of the morning. I wrote a book about the son in the morning. If you understand who the son in the morning, you know who I'm talking about. This thing that happened at Francais in France is blasphemy. It's blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. It's blasphemy against the Son. It's blasphemy against the Father. They made a mockery of all the apostles, and yet y'all sit quietly. But yet, orangeheads show up, you ready to crucify him. And you know what got me interested in orangehead? Because the underdog reminds me of me. Because I'm the type of guy, I'll tell it straight in your face and not back down. That's what you should want from a leader anyway. He was somebody who can stand on their own 2 feet, not dodge a bullet, and not answer questions. I'll answer your questions. But you run out, but you put more hatred towards orangehead the same way the Jews put hatred against Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus of Christ. And it needs to stop. I don't know. I just thought about it. And I'm just sitting here and I said, I'm going to talk about this. I mean, always been the outclass anyway. I'm always been different. But yet, when somebody want to answer, they ask me. I said, I'll give you the answer. Ask me anything. Do your homework. Turn those TV off. Stop at 6. After you watch your 6 o'clock news, turn it off. Don't watch The View, because The View is not good for black people or any kind of people. It teaches people to be disrespectful to other people. They're using you. These are mad millionaire people, 50 million apiece, with their own, got their own insurance, got their own, what they call that thing, estate. They have their own thing where if something happens to them, it's already direct. Some of y'all don't have insurance. Some of you don't even have a will. Some of you don't even have a, what's that thing called? A medical directive. How many of you have a medical directive? How many of you got a will? But even on the will can be contested unless you have an estate. Something you might want to talk to your financial advisor about. But God did not give us the word. Jesus Christ did not die on the cross for you to hate. So if you go around hate somebody you don't know, I can imagine the people you know that you do hate. And that needs to stop. If you see me hugging all different types of people based on color, persuasion, I don't care. They're my brothers and sisters. They bleed. When you cut, you bleed. Right? You're hungry, you need food, right? If you get a headache, you need to pop a pill and to get pain relief, or you got an injury, you want somebody to put some ice on it, right? Where the only thing I care about is humanity. Animals sin too, in my book, because they do conniving stuff. But if you're conniving to hate somebody because the news told you to hate, shame on you. You are totally beguiled, you are totally deceived, and you're totally messed up. Why? Because you made it a priority to believe somebody who don't know you, who's a million miles away from you. And to them, you just the help or the poor. They don't know where you come from. They don't know the struggles you go through. They don't have a struggle. They never had one. The only they struggle is their level. And their level of struggle you'll never understand. Their biggest struggle is paying taxes. They say, well, we're going to tax the rich. Can you imagine the rich taxing themselves? Let's get real. Think about it. I'm rich. You think I'm going to tax myself heavy? Think about it. Think about it. $25 million Joseph Biden. $400 million Barack Hussein Obama. Think about it. They are not you. They don't know nothing about you. $25 million Kamala Harrison with her $1 million a year husband who's a lawyer. Getting paid, and they're playing you. You out there struggling, working in a factory. Some of you cleaning, washing dishes. Some of you in a meat packing plant. Some of you working as a cook at McDonald's. And y'all believe them? They're not you. Their marketing manager tells them what to say. Everybody got a marketing manager. That guy's and a speechwriter. Everybody got one. I used to see more of my money 4 years ago than I see now. I don't even see anywhere near. Now I'm pinching pennies again. Some of y'all under pension. But it's all about the decision you and I make on a national level and state level. If you don't see any changes happening in your community, it's time to change. It's time for new leadership. And you got to understand what leadership is. What is leadership? And look at what is the principles of leadership. Instead of putting on a suit and tie and saying, I will promise to give you this, that, and the other. When you go to a branch of Zion, you looking for his leadership. But they say they're going to give you a car tomorrow and they're going to get this tomorrow, and that car tomorrow will never happen. If you just wanted to say, I'm preaching the love of salvation of Jesus Christ, whom crucified, which one would you choose? Think. Choose carefully who you follow in ministry. Choose carefully who you follow, who's leading up to the highest position, the highest office in the land, who's going to be like an equivalent to a king. Because once they're out of office, they're taken care of for life anyway. They're going to have Secret Service for the rest of their life, pre-postal, a salary for the rest of their life, and they're going to get endorsements. Hey, you done this for me? Here's a gift for you. $40 million. Bet. Matter of fact, here's some stock for you. How many of y'all own stock? How many of you own Bitcoins? How many of you own Ethereum? How many of you understand what Bitcoin is or the basic principle of blockchain? Think, guys. Research again. You know, with the federal government, when I was working for the federal government, before I can make a decision, I have to verify and confirm. If I do not verify and confirm, I got to stand before the man, before the general, or before my battalion commander, or before my brigade commander. I better know what I'm talking about. I better have done my research. I better have everything lined up, ready to go, just in case he decides. I better have my plan and contingency plan in place. That's how I roll at home. That's how I got a nice house. That's how I got a nice car. Because I always believe in having a plan. That's how I roll with writing my books. And that's how I roll with trying to help people get where they need to be. But you got to want it more too. You got to want it for yourself. I can't spoon feed it to you. I can't make you do anything. And you're right, I can't. You got to want to love yourself enough to change your life, to make those decisions and go out there and do those things that people normally wouldn't do. While y'all sleeping, I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm strategizing. While y'all sleeping, I'm in college. While working for the feds, while working on active duty. So while y'all on vacation, I'm studying, obtaining skills. And that's the kind of thing you want. So once you get to your plateau, you can chill out. Don't go to clubs. Why? Unless you're going to celebrate with a friend who's going to graduate or who got promoted, or y'all having a group celebration, fine. Do in moderation. But if you go there just to go there every Friday looking for love, you're in the wrong place. If you go to church looking for love too, You can find wrong love there too. Trust God, and God will match you with your mate when in his good timing. Stop being in a hurry. What else? What else? But you got to think. Use some common sense. Common sense is not always common. And that's a true statement from me. 95 degrees, still hot. I got up early this morning, late last night. This is wisdom right here talking. When the sun getting ready to set, I went to work. My wife and I cut the grass together. I do what I can, and she do what she can. Got up early this morning, finished the job. How long it take? Maybe take me 2 or 3 hours to do it, but there it is. I just saved myself $150. You take your time. You know your limitation of your health. You know the limitation of what you can do. You do within those limitations and don't do nothing else. If you know it's 95 degrees with a high humidity out here, you make sure you have some water to hydrate yourself. You dress cool. Don't mean put on the sweatpants and a pullover shirt and carrying a bag of Skittles. Don't do that. Kids, as soon as you get home, take care of your mom and dad's house. Clean it up. The best you can do, most you can do, is show respect for them and clean the house. Make up your bed. Make sure your bed is made up before you leave the house. One of the biggest habits my father installed on my brothers and sisters before I left for active duty, the first time, making up my beds in the hospital bed, so he can bounce a quarter. He was a drill sergeant. Bounce a quarter. That was his standard. Every morning, Daddy come in that room and inspect that room, making sure. And I thank God for him because he set the stage for all our success. Make your beds up every morning. Even as an adult, make your bed. Nobody want to come to a nasty looking house after a hard day's work and then have to clean up again. You get up a little early, straighten up, make sure your stuff is in the dirty clothes hamper. I'm telling you, it's real. And make up your bed, go about your business, come back. Your bed's already made, like a hotel. Now, if you just want to leave it like it is and just be disgusted when you get home, that affects your attitude. Then you definitely want to consider what I just shared. But I'm here to tell you guys, I want y'all to think. You can still cut me. I mean, I had my family stop talking to me for a while. Now they talk to me. Because I was fine with it. I don't need you. I don't need them. But here's the problem. When you allow others or people's opinion and news media opinion to divide you and your family, then you never was family. Did y'all understand what I'm saying? When you allowed news media, propaganda, psyop, to beguile, manipulate your family to a point where y'all don't speak to each other no more, y'all never family. You never was. If you can't have a conversation and agree to disagree on topics, whether say I like oranges and you like apples and you may like lemon, that still doesn't keep us from coming together. We Christian family, right? Or just am I wrong? I'm Christian, you're atheist, and you're Gnostic. Look it up. Because you're Gnostic, you boom, boom, boom. If you're atheist, I don't want to hear your religious stuff. Well, then you must be an atheist then. Oh, I just don't believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I said, what God do you believe? I believe in the God of love. You believe in the God of love? That's Lucifer. I believe in the Son of God. I believe in the Father Elohim. I believe in His Word that comes from the Bible or the Pentateuch. That's it. I believe in the Holy Scriptures. What do you believe? Well, I believe in this book of love. Well, that's not mine. And Jesus said, many will come in my name and deceive many. False prophets will be among you. He warned us about the false prophets and the false gods. And guess what? Here we are. Here we are. You being beguiled at the so-called church that got Sodom and Gomorrah in it, hatred in it. So I'll say to this in this video today with this: choose this day who you will serve. Choose this day who you will serve. Man is society. You worship society more than the King of Kings. You know what Romans chapter 1 says, right? He covered it. You know what Deuteronomy said, right? He covers it too. You know what Proverbs says? He covers it too. All that. If you were talking about being on the run, hatred all around you, and sin and mischief and melee, you need to read the book of Psalms. If you want to know what David went through, the way I'm going through in this nation. Because this nation is definitely wicked. There's wicked people out there. There's wickedness everywhere. Stop watching wicked television, because television is going to make you wicked. A wicked music will make you wicked. Hear me now. A wicked social media will make you wicked. And that's for real. And those of you know me, I'll give you my shirt off my back. I'll spend time and do as much as I can help you. I want to ask you a question. Would they do the same for you? Now I'm telling you some truth. That's truth. Would these guys do what I done for you? For you? Would they stay up late at night helping you through something? Would they, when you could pick up a phone call and you needed someone to talk to, would they pick up the phone call for you? Huh? They millions of dollars away from you. They have no interest in your life. They have no interest. All they want you to do by that as a collective is November 2nd. That's it. They can care less. I vote based on the word of God, and I vote based on policy that will help Christianity grow, or to help not destroy Christianity. You vote people in who are out to murder, death, kill, bring Sodom and Gomorrah in, then you're just as wicked as they are. You want murder, death, kill? You want murder are you tired of the murder on your streets? Are you tired of people shooting at each other on the road rage? Are you tired of people committing atrocity? Are you tired of women throwing their babies in the trash can? Are you tired of people shooting up your grandson, your daughter, or your son? Are you tired of it? These guys make the same promises every year. And when you ask them a question, they walk away from you. They walk away from the media. So if they can walk away from answering a serious question of policies and legislation, which is law, that will affect you, then why in the world would you bow down to these jokers? Huh? You right here, you and me. I see a Marshall right there. You'll never see them in Marshall. Their shirt may cost them $500. Their pants will cost them $700. Their suit would cost them $5,000, and that dress may cost them $10,000. And they'll walk right on without a blink of an eye, without a bit of concern, as if it cost them $25. They are not the same as you, but they want that power. You said power's in the blood, right? Is power in the blood, and yes or no? Is the power in the blood or not? Then vote like it. If the man or woman have nothing about your best interest in heart as a Christian, do not vote for them. We got September, October, August to September. We just started August. September, VA veterans, you better watch September gets here. October. And that's it. 2 full months. 2 full months, brothers and sisters. Your decision is going to affect how you eat, how you sleep, where you sleep, and how you going to obtain income. It's going to affect your investment. It's going to affect your retirement. Some veterans, not including myself, may not get our veterans pension. Why? Because some people didn't think to look at the numbers. Nobody didn't crunch the numbers enough. $15 billion shortfall. What is going to happen? It's going to cause delay in veterans getting rated. What's going to happen? Well, we're not going to get medical coverage. What's going to happen? That surgery that you was waiting on for on September or October, that's got to be postponed to 2026. Do you hear me, veterans? Are you here? Listen up, because it's coming. So my recommendation, and I'm not a financial advisor in any form, but common sense. All right, bro. People can see the spirit in you. People are speaking to me, walking past here, and they see me, and they're speaking to me. They're waving at me all the time. What makes me so special? I'm nobody special, but a child of God, child of the living God, who died for me and you and rose again from the dead, who sits on the right hand on the throne with the Father, who's interceding in our behalf. Who's interceding? Who's interceding? Jesus is interceding to what? To whom? To himself? To his own words? Or to the Father? He keeps saying his Father sent him. I do the will of my Father. Did he ever say I do the will of myself? I'm going to have to I gotta get some theology straight here. Did he ever say that I come to do the will of myself? Ponder on that one too. We're about on a breach of World War, and the powder keg is going to explode. And when it explodes, remember what happens in what used to be Yugoslavia, or the Austria-Hungary Empire. One parade, a king was shot, dead. A president was almost shot dead in the head. And it's still not over. Hezbollah is getting ready to do a massive launch. Iran's prepared to do a massive launch. Soviet Union, which is still Soviet Union to me. Russia will always be Soviet Union, because it's still got a dictator. They may do a preemptive attack on Ukraine using nuclear tactical nukes, or use tactical nukes all over Europe just to throw the Europeans off. And you know what the rest is going to happen after that. China might go into Taiwan. Venezuela is blowing up right now because they had a botched election, a stolen election, and the people went off. Guys, y'all better I'm gonna tell you something. You're a poll worker, you better do right, do righteously. Make sure you maintain the integrity of the election. Brothers and sisters, I encourage you to maintain the integrity of the election. Don't you dare turn off no cameras. Don't you dare start moving stuff around, tell people to leave and move stuff around, and start counting other stuff where the rest of the folks that's watching are gone. So you might have a bloodbath here. Jesus is coming. But there's some things going to have to happen first. And persecution has already arrived among Christians. Because they already got legislation out there that block pastors up. Pastors, y'all sleeping. If you don't know what that is, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all been sleeping. Y'all so excited to see a man of color whose father is from Kenya and mother is from Hawaii so much that you didn't realize what he'd done. I don't care. Apostle Paul didn't care either. He died. Peter didn't care. He died. Timothy didn't care. He died. Stephen was stoned to death. Stephen. Saul was right there. Apostle Paul, Saul, right there. Prioritize your salvation first. And then look at the judge's spirit by the Spirit. And that spirit and soul of that individual you're looking to elect into office. Do that first. Do a systematic analysis on their history. You know, when you want to look for a job, the company evaluates your resume first. Then they start calling people to make sure what you say is true. Did you work at this place? Okay, we want to verify and confirm that you did walk at this place. We'll verify your identity through your ID card that you made copies. They may make copies of. We want to verify you as a human being, not as an identity or undocumented individual. We want to verify your credit, or to confirm that you will you be eligible for a security clearance, or you're eligible to handle money. You have that same requirements to the people you want to elect. You make sure they qualify for the job. If they don't qualify for the job and they talk about I'm black as the black, and I'm black as the black, I'm black as the black, I'm Indian, I'm white, I'm green, I'm purple head, and I'm gay. You better leave them the heck alone. But it's about you getting the best health care possible, you getting the job that you deserve, qualify for, you getting the tax relief you deserve, you getting some government institution, you're getting some good service from government institution, whether it be health care, whether it be taxes, whether it be VA, whether it be social service, doesn't matter. But I'm here to tell you, better close that border up. We got 18 million people here who are undocumented. Who are they? What disease are they carrying? Have they took a physical? What do we know about them? Are they going? Matter of fact, think about your Social Security. They're getting Social Security. Anything they get they come over here, never have to work, never have to pay into. They're taking your money, and you're not mad. So when you scream, I do hope Trump will lose. Why? Because when he lose, you got nobody but to blame but yourself. Because if he lose and your Social Security go away, remember all this time, he's going to take your Social Security, and the Social Security gone, that man never came back. You're going to look like a fool. And I will remind you of this decision constantly. He's going to take over my health care, where they're giving billions of dollars of health care to illegals. All they have to do is send them home and tell the government, either you take care of these people or we're going to stop sending you aid. What are y'all doing with our money that we're sending to support you? Y'all hear what I'm saying? Dollars and cents is everything. Your tax dollars is everything. And I'm not running for office. I can care less. But you ought to look for leaders that's going to look out for your best interest. Not try to feed a whole daggone planet. We can't take care of everybody on the planet. There's 8 billion people on this planet. So if 8 billion people suddenly show up at in the United States doorsteps, and our populations go up to 8 billion, nobody lives anywhere else. So who are we going to trade with? Everybody we're going to trade with living right here. So who's going to pay for their Social Security? Who's going to pay for their Medicaid? Who's going to pay for their Medicare? Who's going to pay for whatever retirement is? Because you know the elderly is going to come to. Who's going to pay for the child care? Who's going to pay for the public school? We're going to have to build several more schools and build more jails because more people are going to act a fool and do something stupid. Are y'all thinking? Think. Who's going to take care of it? Pull out a calculator and pretend you're the United States of America and how you're going to pay for all this stuff. Who's going to pay for it? Or you want your student loans exempt? Sure, no problem. We'll pass the bill to your grandchildren. Stock's not paying for it. Gold not paying for it. You as the taxpayer paying for it. Well, my major's been a basket weave based major anyway. I was majoring in art by painting ugly people on the schoolyard. You know, I'm a gangster. I'm in art too. So I put graffitis on your wall, on your business, place of business, saying that's gangs territory. Do you know other gangs from other countries coming here? Did you know combat age young men are here more so than ladies? An army is here. Another army, y'all don't see. It amazes me. Yeah, like I said, I was beguiled too. And I trusted the media until one day, while on active duty, some things happened and it was misrepresented. Liar, liar, pants on fire. And then another situation and working in the pyramid. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't trust news media, period. Stop watching MSNBC. That's a talk show. Watch news that speaks news. This is what happened, and that's it. Moving to the next one. Here it is. This is what happened. Like I can't even get his name right. Somebody help me. Old school, help me out. Somebody out there who knows. Walter Conright. Walter Conright shares the news, and that's it. I don't know if he's still alive, but that's the one that I most respected. These guys, the rest of these guys are talk shows. I watch Newsmax now because I can't get with the CNN stuff. I watch CNN ever since they started. Ever since, and they say they're not going to be a talk show. We're not going to be a laughter like the rest of the news media. And they became exactly like they said they weren't going to be. MSNBC is worse. They're race right. They're you know, if I can say this is insurrection, they're creating it. You want to create hate to people to boil over, to start shooting? Yeah, keep watching MSNBC. You finished, honey? Yeah. Oh, well. Look like my wife is finished, so I'm going to have to stop talking. I'm sitting here running. Tell me some truth, baby. I don't care. If you don't have a network of $1.5 billion or $1.5 million, then you need to really listen to me. Do I have it? Nope. But am I straight? I could be better. But I'm helping people get there. Do you have an estate? Do you have a trust? No. Do you have a will? No. Do you have any insurance over $100,000, or at least at minimum a multitude of insurance, so that anything happens to you that your family won't suffer? No. Then you need to listen to me and respect what I'm sharing. Stop watching a bunch of billionaires and millionaire companies telling you fluff, lying to you, because that's what they do. They psyop you. You don't have to believe me. I'll drop some I'll fly a plane, drop some pamphlets. You know, go ahead and go out there and do it. Do it. And then you know what? That guy did. He climbed on top of the roof. He got the flyer from the news media. He climbed on top of the roof, pointed his rifle, and got some help too. Because you know what? He shouldn't have never made it that far. I should be on presidential duties under the President Bush. Violation of protocols, big time. But anyway, I run my mouth because I can do that. And if you can't, don't worry about it. I speak my voice for those who want to say what I wanted to say, what I'm saying now. Verify and confirm. Write an essay. Do a research. Write a 25-page of why you hate Trump so much, and write a 25-page essay why you love Kamala so much, and then write which one's doing what or had done what. Write down what this one done and write what the other one done. And just like marriage, write what's good about this person and what's bad about this person. And so whatever was good outweighs the bad, you love that person regardless. You're supposed to love them anyway. But, look at it that way and see what happens, okay? I know this person who loves to lock up black people. I know a guy who signed the bill into law, who helped create the bill to lock as many black people as possible. Yes, I did say that, right? I sure did. Anyway, guys, love you all. And you may not like me after this one, but that's okay. I did it last 24 years ago, and I'm cool with that. It's all good. Don't let disagreement on policy get you to the point where you can't stand each other no more, or you're no longer friends. Because if that be the case, you were never friends in the first place. True story. Am I right, hon?
Yeah, baby.
If you allow opinions to break up your relationship with that individual or person because you don't see eye to eye. My wife likes certain foods that I don't like, and I like certain food that she may not go because she got on me about me eating anyway. But that's all good. And she wouldn't eat. Does that mean I need to hate my wife? No. Do I still love my wife? Yes. Do we still wake up in the morning smiling and just saying good morning? Yes. Then you need to be the same way. Stop this foolishness or hatred that's been feeding you to hate your neighbor. Let me tell you something, like WWF, people talk all that stuff on the news, but guess what? They'll go out and have lunch together. They'll invite each other over to their house. They'll chill. Did you know Donald Trump was a Democrat? And he was mad best friends with the Clintons. Best friend. He was best friend. He was basically a close associate with Oprah Winfrey. Matter of fact, he had her on him on her show. Don King loved some Trump. I'm talking about Don King, the boxing legend guys who's in charge of boxing, and he got this wild hairstyle. I don't know if he's alive or gone or not. But the point of the matter, black people love Trump until he said, I'm going to run for president. And then people lost their mind. And then they started listening to me and said, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him. You took a man you love just like you did with Jesus. Crucify him, crucify him, crucify him. But Jesus did great work. He healed the sick. Now, don't give me this whole thing that Trump healed the sick, and that's not the point. Trump did some good stuff. He did something for historically black colleges and universities to get funding. Don't have to worry about begging for money again. Y'all forgot that, didn't y'all? Anyway. All right, guys. I love each and every one of you. I don't care either way who you want to vote for. That's your concern. But don't go out of your way to manipulate the manipulation, because you got manipulated. You're going to manipulate others too into a blindness. So anyway, guys, God bless you. And I mean that in my heart. If you're